I really am a private detective. That's what I do for a living. Right. Thank you. And most of my work is civil rights, and most of it's wrongful convictions, and I'm pretty proud of the work I do. But I also have a lot of kids, and I had to pay for their education, so sometimes I just take the job because I have to take the job because I need the money. All right, so a number of years ago, I was told there was a missing man, and I was asked to find him. Well, he wasn't actually missing. It seems that Dad, who was the one who was missing, was 85 years old. So it was a bunch of years ago because I was a bunch of years younger. And the sister and brother, we'll call them, I don't know, Bruce and Connie, okay? So Bruce lived on the East Coast, Connie lived on the West Coast, and Dad lived with Connie. And that was a great arrangement. And they had a lovely relationship, and they got up every morning, and they had their coffee looking over the Pacific Ocean, and every night they had their glass of wine overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And everything was fine, except that Bruce was jealous as all get out because Connie was going to inherit Dad's money, and Dad had a lot of money. So when Connie went into the hospital, Bruce went out to California on the ruse of being nice to Dad, and he stole the old man. He stole him and brought him back to Philadelphia. So we had to figure out how to get the old man back. We knew he was in a nursing home in the outskirts of Philly, in some suburban area. How do you work around that one? Well, if you do it with legal means, he's going to be, 97 by the time they can get him out of there. Well, that's a little bit, he might not even make it to 97. So we had to find a way to do this. So they hired me because I was out here and asked me if I could get Dad back. So I went to the nursing home, and being a really good detective, I thought, how am I going to get in? I had an idea. I walked in the front door, and they said hi, and I said hi, and I went right to his room. It was really simple. Investigation is difficult, people. Well, I didn't think I should introduce myself to him right away because I needed to kind of make sure that I could figure this out. So I told him I was a volunteer. And I asked him if he wanted to talk to me, and he talked to me, and we did crossword puzzles together, and I kind of figured he's doing okay, he's mentally okay, and at that time, I was young enough to be his daughter. So everybody at the front desk thought I was his daughter. So every day I did the same thing for a week. I went, I got my act together, I thought about the way to do it, and I walked to the front door. It was so simple, and I visited him every day. And on the 5th day, I said, Pop, I got to tell you something. I'm really an investigator, and your daughter wants you back. And he looked up at me, and tears came to his eyes, and he was so happy. He said, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. With her, I'm in her house. We watch the ocean together. With my son, he just wants me to sign over my will. He wants me to sign over my money. He doesn't want to be with me. I'm in a nursing home. I don't need to be in a nursing home. I just can't walk. He said, my brain works, my legs don't work. I said, we'll figure this out. Don't worry about it. We made arrangements with Connie out on the West Coast to fly a male nurse into Philadelphia. The male nurse arrived. One of my associates rented a van, took the van and the nurse, and parked it in the parking lot of the nursing home. And I did what every good investigator does. I figured out a plan, and I executed it. I was so proud of myself. I walked in, and I said, Pops, you want to go home? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, let's go. And I took his wheelchair, and I pushed it out the front door. And nobody stopped me, right? They waved at me, and I said, I'm going to take a walk. And they said, have a great walk. And we walked to the van, and we pushed it into the van. And the nurse, made sure that his vitals were okay. And we took that van, and we went to the Philadelphia International Airport, and we put him on a plane. And they let me get on the plane and kiss him goodbye, which was so wonderful. Aw. Because I'd seen this man every day for a week, and he became a part of my life. Anyhow, 11 hours later, I got a photograph of Pop and Connie sitting by the ocean, having a glass of wine at night. They were very happy. I was very happy too. Thank you.